Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Podzilla. You know us, you love us. It's your boys Jasher and Mykah.
Right.
I'm the latter, you're the former.
Right.
And
Right.
can we please start calling ourselves that from now on? Hey, I'm the latter.
Right.
This guy here, he's the former.
Right.
This is your favorite podcast for all movie monster talk. You're just staring at me with deadpan eyes. Give me something to work with, Jasher.
I was saying right.
This is improv. You got to run with it.
I was giving you something to work with. Right.
Can you imagine a partner in an improv scene and all they're saying is right?
Mykah,
It's worse than a no
I'm doing
man.
a bit from Alien. When Brett is rolling his cigarette and he's just like replying right to everything. This is the Alien episode, Mykah. I have to come with my Alien deep cut bits to try and bounce off your bits with them.
Who is it? Is it Brett?
Brett.
Brett would be officially the worst improv partner.
Brett and Parker. Parker would be the one getting the laughs.
Parker is pulling all the weight of the duo.
So wait, are you the latter or am I the former?
Or both, yes.
All right.
Me, Big L.
Okay.
Big Latter.
Yeah.
Huge Latter fan over here.
I'm glad I'm not the big L.
I will say the former does sound like a really great antagonist name.
Superhero name. Supervillain.
Supervillain name.
Hey,
The
might be onto
former?
something.
Crazy. JJ, how you been?
Oh, dude. I've been good. I've been looking forward to this. Kicking off our new theme here at Podzilla, the Lil Guys.
I feel like we were stuck in
Kaiju.
in big box office monsters for what felt like 2 years.
That theme just went on and on and on. This is only our third theme of season 5.
And it is August.
The year's nearly finished. But, I'm excited. Kaiju, giants, big old monsters. They've had a lot of time to shine on this show, whether it be Godzilla, Gamera, Clover recently, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, everything. They've all been big. So we thought it was time to give the Little Guys a chance to shine. And the next 4 movies we'll cover on the podcast are going to be including little creatures, little monsters for a change. Just have a break from our norm over here on the show. Are you excited for it, Mykah?
Dude, I'm stoked. I've been meaning to have a reason to restart watching through the Alien franchise again after Romulus,
Yeah.
which just swept me off my feet. And this is just going to pitch me right into Aliens from here and then hopefully on through to the rest of the series.
Perfect time to do this episode because Alien Earth, the new show, drops next week on Disney Plus over here and on Hulu.
I forgot that was coming out so quickly.
I know. This is perfect. This is going to flow right into watching the show weekly. But yeah, I've been good. Mike, have you been seeing all these leaked set photos or just all the set photos in general people have been taking of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Yeah, man.
You've been seeing them?
Yeah, man. My Holland boy.
He is your boy. I think you're the only one in the world that actually has seen Cherry that showed up for Chaos Walking.
I did. Have you seen that?
No.
Guys, I've seen some movies that Jasher hasn't seen. Hot take. No, very insanely cold take. Both movies, mediocre.
True.
Yeah, sadly.
He is looking good, though, in the new suit. His poses he's been doing, the practical web slinging that we've got some photos of.
I'm curious to see what the web slinging looks like on screen. The shots of him just aura farming, kneeling on the cars.
Yeah.
My kind of Spidey.
What do you think about the suit? People have a lot to say.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Suit's all right. I feel like they should have made it shinier like the final swing in No Way Home.
Yep.
But now it just feels like Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man suit. In my opinion, here's my opinion. Amazing Spider-Man suit, but with Tom Holland's eyes, which I have never liked.
Oh, the lenses? The lens eyes?
Yeah. I don't think these ones will change.
He won't get emotive with them.
No, which I really want. Emotionally detached Spider-Man. That's what I need.
What do you think of the way that the belt on the Spider-Man suit, how it's got that line? How do you think about the way, classically the belt's been above the butt, but the belt on Holland's new suit is
it
it's
a butt belt?
on his butt. He's got a belt.
I'm fine.
Belt butt. And it's not like pointy like Spider-Man's belt butt. Usually it's rounded. How do you feel about it, Mykah? Everyone's got something to say about the belt butt.
It's when I dive into the comments and I see people being like, this suit is disgusting. The edges of the belt don't even connect anymore. Da 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 da. I'm like, guys. Well, what are your thoughts?
I like this suit.
Biggest Spider-Man fan since you were a child.
I love Spider-Man. I gotta say though, every single day that goes by, we're getting more and more Spider-Man brand new day news, and my optimism is slowly leaking out of me.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Because I was like, oh, Spider-Man and Punisher. What cool news. That's going to be great. Oh, Spider-Man, Punisher, and the Hulk. Oh, Bruce Banner becoming Spider-Man's new mentor.
Hey, Scorpion's returning.
Scorpion's returning, and Tombstone, and 5 other villains, and there's more villains that they haven't announced yet. And hey, Ned's returning. Hey, Zendaya will be in it in some way.
Did you see the leaked photos of Zendaya today?
Oh no, was there some?
It's just him and it's just Peter and MJ.
But the whole point of the last movie was that she's forgotten about him.
Yeah, but now Sadie Sink is in the movie. Have you heard the leaks?
Yeah, and she's a new character.
No.
Who's Sadie Sink?
From my sources, which are probably incorrect, Gwen Stacy.
No way.
I don't know, man.
Oh, I don't know. I was so ready for like Spider-Man completely detached. Just leave behind the last trilogy. Just have him fighting some goons in the street of New York.
This is what we all wanted. We were like, street level Spider-Man. Next one returning MCU character.
And the Punisher works.
Punisher, that's enough.
Yeah.
Kingpin, that's enough.
Spider-Man and Punisher versus Scorpion. Imagine if that was all we were getting.
And then I think it's just the Hulk. As soon as they announced the Hulk, all my expectations started going downhill. I'm still hopeful.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of passion behind this.
How do you feel about Tom Holland, James Bond? He's the front runner at the moment. He's been announcing to the press.
I don't believe it.
He did like, oh, hey, I'm Tom Holland. I think that being James Bond would be the pinnacle of my career. That's what he said last week.
I'll have it shaken, not stirred, bartender.
You, as Tom Holland superfan, cheery, chaos walking, you've seen all aspects.
Seen everything he's in. Yeah.
Uncharted?
I've seen Uncharted.
Have you? Of course you have. Yeah, I've seen Uncharted. Do you think he has what it takes to be Bond?
I will admit he's got some bartending skills. Mm-hmm. He pulls off the suit well. Can't say more for him than that. I cannot imagine him as Bond. I can't do it. Jasher.
Yeah.
I've been watching movies.
Yeah, this is something else I was wanting to ask. We got the Spider-Man talk out of the way. We got to talk about the summer of Mykah. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going crazy about it. I've had probably 5 different people in the last 2 weeks come up to me and be like, hey, the summer of Mykah has started. Is he keeping up to it? Do you think he'll be watching everything there is to watch, reading everything there is to read, playing everything there is to play?
Funny thing is, you didn't know any of those 5 people. They were just randos on the street asking you about me. And I can confirm it right now. Last weekend, I was sick with tonsillitis and bedridden for 3 days. But before that first day, you know what I did with Jasher? Started watching the Naked Gun franchise. Insane. 2 movies. What do they say? On my belt?
2 movies in 1 weekend. Wow.
What do they say? On my belt? Down my belt?
On your belt butt? Your butt belt?
2 movies down my butt belt. And I've been continuing my Ghibli watch through.
Yeah.
Porco Rosso.
Oh.
Crazy.
I really love Porco Rosso a lot.
It's a good movie. I wanted to bring up one of the movies, though. Pompoko?
Yeah. The raccoons?
Yeah.
The tanukis?
It's one of those movies with a very forward-facing environmental message.
Your Godzilla versus Hedorah, if you will.
Oh, honestly. It was at a time where in a lot of Japan, the population was expanding so quickly, and so they had to really just demolish and turn so much of the surrounding area into, new suburbs and new places for people to build housing so quickly. And it's all from the Tanuki's perspective. And all throughout the movie, they're trying to stop this turning into humans to try and scare them away, hatch some crazy plots. Jasher, this movie is a Yokai Monsters movie. Officially.
I was looking at your review.
Officially.
And other reviews, and all I saw that kept popping up in every review was, I love these little raccoons with their magic ball sacks.
Their pouches, thank you.
Their pouches?
Is
this what make them yokai?
It's an insanely huge part of the plot. There's a scene where they're learning to, I think in the lore, like tanukis can shapeshift if they have a leaf on their head. They learn to do it without leaves. And then in one of the scenes, like one of the master tanuki is like, all the male tanuki, come with me. I have a secret technique to show you. And he invites them all to like a huge red mat, and he's at the head of it. And he's like, did you know that this 50-foot by 50-foot mat that you're standing on is part of my pouch? And then like sucks it into himself. And all throughout the rest of the movie, they're like,
Wait.
there's a plot point where like a small subsect of them turn into like almost suicide bombers, and then they start using their pouches as like wingsuits to glide in and drop onto people, and then as they're falling they increase the size of their pouch and just turn into these huge wrecking balls start dropping on people. It's insane.
So you're calling it pouch, but you're saying only the male tanukis learn this ability.
Yeah. They use their pouch.
But they're pouches.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
when are we covering this on Podzilla?
No, seriously, because there is a plan they hatch where to scare and to show that there are spiritual forces not wanting the humans to start demolishing the forest, they plan a huge monster parade through the city, which honestly turns into I forget what it's called, but at the end of the first Yokai Monsters movie that we watched, there was a huge section where they did the parade down the city and into the wilderness.
Parade of 100 monsters or whatever
That's
that was.
the one.
Yeah.
They fully act that out in the movie. You get appearances from our favorite, like long-necked woman, faceless woman, even more woman. No, we get like our umbrella boy. So many people show up. Yeah.
Oof.
Like, it's insane the amount of people.
Bean Man?
Wouldn't be surprised. Huge bodiless heads. I'm sure there's a list.
Umbrella Boy?
Yeah. I just said that.
But Umbrella Boy's in it.
Umbrella Boy is in the movie.
Oh my gosh. Umbrella Boy with a big tongue?
Yeah. One eye.
Man.
Wooden sandal.
Oh.
I feel like it's one of those Studio Ghibli movies that is severely underrated. I hadn't watched it before going through this watch through. Fun movie. Would recommend. It's got a crazy cast of J.K. Simmons and Clancy Brown.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which is a fun pairing that I really loved.
Very strange.
And I'm going to use that against you in Senator Nerkles someday.
Hey, sucks to be you, because Senator Nerkle only allows original cast. So,
do they?
You better know the Japanese voice cast if you want to be pulling out Pompoko.
Otherwise, I haven't been doing much reading. I've been doing a little bit of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I've jumped into yet another production. I'm doing a musical.
Oh,
Jasher.
well. Mykah, who's finished up his last big production for the year and has all the time in the world, has started a big musical production where he's probably more of a lead than he ever has been before.
Not true. Frankly, not true.
What's not true about that?
I am such a side character appearing in 2 scenes.
Okay. All right. So that means you only have to have like a couple practices and all your time's going to be free.
Nah, I'm just going to be spending most time singing and learning choreography.
Wow.
It's going to be great. I'm going to have to learn to dance. Wild stuff.
I think this is going to be the end to the summer of Mykah. Mark my words.
It'll be happening during the actual summer here in New Zealand. That's great. I think that's all from me. I haven't been doing too much else really interesting.
All I've got is that Deathstalker is dead to me.
I saw your scathing review of the 4th movie?
Deathstalker 4, Match of the Titans. Dead to me. The Toxic Avenger? The Toxic Avenger? My friendship has only just begun with the Toxic Avenger series. There's something I've always heard about. You heard about Trauma?
No.
This crazy, wacky, like R-rated film studio in the 80s. It was one that James Gunn was a part of. I think he wrote Romeo and Juliet, which was one of their features.
That is a fantastic name.
And Toxic Avenger is their big claim to fame, along with, I think it's the Class of Nukem High is another famous.
That just sounds fantastic.
Yeah, they're real low budget, real wacky, but I watched the first Toxic Avenger and it was kind of fun. So that's going to be me for
the
next
original
little while.
or the new one?
The original.
You have seen the new one since, though.
No, that's not out yet.
Oh, I fully thought that was the latest movie you saw and that it had shadow dropped.
No. I watched the original. I think there's 3 more, and then I'm going to hopefully check out the Peter Dinklage new one that's coming out soon. That's my plan. But yeah, Deathstalker's gone. I'm a trauma boy now.
May I ask what ruined the fourth one for you?
Oh, the fourth Deathstalker. There's a tragic tale. It just looks so bad. I don't know what happened in the third and fourth Deathstalker movies. It's like they lost anyone who knew how to use a camera in any meaningful way and lost anyone that could direct in any meaningful way. And the original Deathstalker's back because if you remember, they changed the Deathstalker actor in 1, 2, and 3.
I do remember, yeah.
Different guys. The original dude's back, but he's a lot older and he's wearing like this blonde wig, his original Deathstalker wig, and he just looks so tired and washed up. And you know he's only back because he needs some money and he hasn't been able to do anything else. And it's just sad. It just made me sad.
This dude's going around the rest home on his death walker.
Pretty much.
You said something there. That's a fantastic idea for a movie. Imagine an apocalypse happens, some crazy post-apocalyptic scenario where there are a bunch of movies. No one knows how to make movies anymore. Couple people's adventure to try and learn how the heck to make a film camera, record it onto film. Mad Max, but people driving around harnessing the sun to shine onto the film. I think there's something there.
Write this down. I want to say a big thank you to all our Odo Island patrons real quick. We have Connor, Frogurt, G. Kira, Nerkles, Michael, Rich, Jacob, Sean, Ron, Matt, JBSpino, Emma, and JB Mason. I'm then getting into the flow state there. Do you remember my flow state from the Power Rangers ep?
Yeah.
We don't want to get into there again.
There?
Do you want to give me a beat and I'll rap their names?
Yeah, okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Right. Here we go. Connor, Frogurt, Jikira 2, Nerkles, Michael, don't forget about you, Rich, Jacob, Sean, and Ron, Matt, JBSpino, it goes on and on. Emma, JB Mason's back, both JBs. That's whack.
Oh, that was actually sick. Print that, send it to the press. Stan Walker, we're coming at you.
Stan Walker, we're coming at you.
He's the only Kiwi artist I can
New
think
Zealand.
of.
He's not even rap.
Yeah, but he's the only Kiwi artist I could think of.
He hasn't made a song in years.
Lord.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
He's not Kiwi.
He's not Kiwi, pretty much. I recently rewatched Alien. It was like at the end of last year, around the time Romulus came out. We actually, for our friend Hamish's birthday party, played an Alien tabletop role-playing game.
Guys, it was so good.
And it was really, really fun.
So good.
And it was cool to rewatch that.
Real quick. Can you give us the rundown of what happened in that session?
Oh my!
As the game master,
it was as mother for that session. I can't really remember.
Oh, well, great. What did I even ask you for?
No, it was the Alien role playing game is really, really cool, and we played one of their starter scenarios, and everyone is given a pre-made character, and everyone's given an agenda for their characters. So it was a really cool element to add into a role-playing game, that everyone is like working together, but everyone's got secret things that they're trying to achieve that the others don't know about.
Yeah, it's not like there's just one Ash of the group who's going against everybody. Everybody has their secret things to try and achieve, whether they're like quote unquote good or bad.
Yeah, and it's a cool way to play a group game as well, because everyone had their own like every character in the Alien universe, we'll go into it in this movie too, but every crew member has specific skills. One of them turned out to secretly be an android in that game. Someone was working for the company, a company man. And it was a cool little blend of Alien, but then taking in some of the bits from Prometheus and Alien Covenant too. And It was just such a fun game. We played it over one afternoon and it just went off the rails. And I think anything could have happened, but everyone just ended up getting completely betrayed by both the company man and the android. And then in the end, I'm pretty sure the ship self-destructed and the only one that survived was the android.
Yeah, because they had gotten away on. Yeah, it was great. I remember my character was like trapped in.
Were you the pilot?
I might have been the pilot.
Yeah.
I was trapped in like a corridor with two of the. What are they like? Crazy, not white aliens.
Oh,
there was something about
abominations. They're the aliens with like big. They're the people with big bulbous heads from Prometheus. But that was interesting because I think the company man was like ordering you around and down hallways and stuff, and then when you'd get in the hallway, he actually like closed the doors on you, and you guys were stuck with aliens because he wanted you to die. Pretty much,
I think that I thought I was making a sacrifice play, being like, "Shut the door! I'll stay in here and take them out. I'll bring them out into the vacuum of space." And he was just like, "Nah, boop, you're dead." Really fun. I think my favorite thing about that. Well, what's it called? Is it just the Alien RPG?
Yeah, I think it's Alien Tabletop RPG.
My favorite thing after playing a bunch of tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons, most famously, is a lot of the characters or people that you play with tend to have hidden parts of their backstories that come out, obviously, over the course of a long campaign.
Years it could be.
Potentially, but it's really, really refreshing to have a time where like you get the joy of bringing those to light and exposing everybody else's in one session. Really fun, really fast paced, really refreshing.
I really love Alien too. So rewatching this, I was like remembering that game we played. I was remembering seeing Romulus last year. I'm rewatching through the series. I'm getting excited for Alien Earth. I'm wanting to like play another session of the role playing game. I'm wondering, should I replay Alien Isolation?
Dude, that was me after finishing the movie today. I'm looking up my backlog. I'm like, oh, people are rating this really highly. Maybe it's worth it.
Should we get into it though? I've got a little synopsis and then we can start talking about the original Alien, 1979. The year, Mykah, is 2122, and the Weyland-Yutani commercial towing vehicle, the Nostromo, is on its way back to Earth with a crew of 7 and 20 million tons of refined mineral ore. They don't get to just lie back and enjoy their hypersleep, however, because the whole crew is suddenly woken up to go and investigate a pesky little SOS transmission coming from a nearby planetoid. Turns out, it's not an SOS signal. It's a warning. Kane, one of the members of the landing party sent to investigate the signal, is attacked by a strange, sinewy, fingered alien creature that springs from an egg and attaches itself to his face. Soon enough, the creature shrivels up and dies. Kane's back to normal. Or is he? During a nice dinner party, something splurts out of his chest and runs across the floor, causing the whole crew to take to the halls of the Nostromo, searching for this quickly evolving alien threat. Most of them die. The alien grows up into a tall, lanky xenomorph. The science officer Ash turns out to actually be an evil android. A self-destruct sequence is started. But in the end, it's the lowly warrant officer, Ripley, and the ship's cat, Jonesy, who manage to escape destruction and destroy the alien.
Can you do the alien once more? Once more with passion, please.
Who managed to escape destruction and destroy the alien.
Maybe forget passion, maybe with vigor.
Alien!
You know what? I don't think that was vigor, but we'll keep it anyway. I like the energy.
I'm fully peaking there. I'm just going to leave that in.
Leave it in.
Enjoy that, listeners.
Maybe the best opening title card in any movie ever.
Oh, I was looking at it this time. I was noticing it more than usual. The like symmetrical lines.
Eat it up on a dinner plate.
It's such a good logo.
Just the fact that they do it symmetrically.
I think all they need is like those 5 lines. Just the slant.
Oh, yeah.
3, then another
That's
slant.
crazy.
That's what Alien should be marketed as now.
I would love like a letterbox poster with just those 5.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Genius.
It's so cool. And then the planets in the background, the music throughout this whole thing. I mean, we'll get into it, but it's so atmospheric and different, and all the little beeps and blips. Mykah, Sigourney Weaver is back on the show.
After Ghostbusters?
Yeah, after Ghostbusters. How do you feel to see Sigourney again?
I like her in this. Ripe age of 28.
28 in this.
28 in this. I love how she's not immediately the protagonist.
Yeah, this does.
Actually, you know what? This is one of my questions right off the bat for you because I was thinking about it.
Oh.
After seeing this movie so many times, I swear it is like one of your most watched movies ever. At what point do you think that Ripley becomes the protagonist in this movie?
It's interesting, because she's definitely like the final girl. But you don't really know that until probably once Dallas dies in the air vents. I feel like once he dies and the rest of the survivors, I think it's Parker and Lambert and Ash from that point, don't really know what they're doing. Ripley actually has to step up, but it is just that last third of the movie pretty much.
I feel like it cements her in stone as the protag. Not when the others, I don't know their names, Jasher. Forgive me.
I know their
this.
names. I got you.
When the captain,
Dallas,
and Oxley,
Kane.
When Dallas and Kane, my boy Ox, are outside with the alien on his face.
Xenomorph. Facehugger.
Facehugger, thank you very much. I forgot. And Ash.
You got Ash.
Ash, there you go. And Ash is trying to get them in the hatch. And Ripley isn't letting them in because of the quarantine. Not that scene, but right after that when she goes and interrogates Ash about it. I feel like that scene is her she was acting captain. Now she's not acting captain, but she's doing those captainly duties even when she is off time.
Yeah. It's also really funny because I feel like she's really the only competent one the whole movie through as well.
Oh, you might be true.
The only one that's sticking to procedures, who's not really letting personal issues or the bonus situation get in the way of anything. And she's just staying on task. Even when Dallas is kind of getting coerced a bit by Ash and Mother and changing and doing things differently to how he'd usually do them. Ripley's the one who's questioning him and pushing back.
Actually standing up to him.
Yeah, but this is very similar to Evil Dead in a way, right? Because Ash, different Ash Williams in Evil Dead, again, he doesn't really become the protagonist until the last third of the movie. And I really like these because it is more about the crew until one by one they all drop away. They all get killed off.
They drop away. They die. Evil Ash versus the dead.
Yeah, but this is a real cool character study. I feel like all the crew here are all very, very memorable and iconic in their own right. Before we probably get into things, Mykah, did you watch the original cut or the director's cut?
OG, brother.
I watched the director's cut.
Oh, what's the difference? Because I looked up online. I opened the movie on Apple Movies and I saw the director's cut and the OG. And I'm like, okay, what are people thinking? Most people say OG Alien, theatrical. Aliens, watch director's cut.
Yeah, people love the theatrical cut of Alien so much more.
What's changed?
I think it's the pacing. There's a lot more little bits chucked in. And I think it's not as atmospheric whereas in the theatrical cut, there's a lot of sweeping shots of the Nostromo and a lot of quiet atmospheric moments. The director's cut doesn't really have as many of those. It doesn't sit in the space as long as the theatrical one does. And then there's a few new scenes. The main one being it shows at the very end of the movie, Ripley comes across Brett and Dallas, and they're still alive, but they're slowly morphing into alien eggs.
Oh.
And they're begging her to kill them, so she sets them ablaze. But it adds just another life cycle element to the alien evolution where humans become eggs.
That makes sense because that's something that they use time and time again in the sequels.
No, so they
Is it
don't.
not?
No, they actually. I think it's one of the reasons they kept it out of the. It's only in the director's cut is because it doesn't really make sense. So they've taken it away because the alien queen is the one that lays the eggs in the sequels.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting my alien life cycle knowledge. Take me back to bio.
But yeah, I didn't get as many as the those atmospheric shots of the Nostromo as you would have.
Which is really interesting. I feel like as a director, those things seem like such an intentional choice for you to put in the movie, and like even just film storyboard right from the start. I feel like those are things that really show his directing style. And taking those out, the things which are so crucial to what I, as an audience member, feel is his style.
He prefers the theatrical. I think his hand was twisted. They were like, "Oh, can you do a special director's cut for the re-release?" And he was like, "Oh, okay," but he didn't actually love it. So.
The begrudging director's cut.
Yeah,
that's so funny having the name director. Just call it the extended version.
Yeah,
or the
alternate cut.
It's opposite of it. Extended.
It's I think it's like 15 seconds shorter or something.
Yeah, it's shorter.
I mean,
the cut.
A lot of people. I mean, there's an age-old argument: what is better, Alien or Aliens? And a lot of people write off Alien because it's kind of slow and it takes a while to get going. What did you think about that element of it? Because I know you haven't seen this in quite a while. We saw it in cinemas maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, on the night of the flood.
That's right.
There was a crazy flood
here
city.
in Frogurt.
We literally drove home from that cinema and saw a car sitting in a flooded street smoking.
That's right.
Which was fun.
That was
no, I like it. Having seen it a good few times now, it's one of the few movies I've seen like more than 3 times.
Wow. Can we just give Mykah a clap, everyone?
You don't do this either. You're not a movie rewatcher.
Yes, I am.
Unless you're doing it with friends.
Or for a podcast.
I like how slow it is. I think sometimes when watching I can be a bit put off by it. Just because, I don't know, I feel like it really lends itself to a first viewing because you're on the edge of your seat the entire time. Not to say that there isn't so much to take in on repeat viewings, but a little bit of that edge has always been lost from me.
Yeah.
Since the first time. But it's still so chock full of so many great moments. One of my favorite is when good old Kane is abseiling into the egg chamber. Just the set design choice of having that thin blue, what do you call it?
Yeah, like
just
laser?
Like a laser grid keeping the mist in the egg pool. That is such a fantastic set design choice that I love. AI could never.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Mother could never.
Just this whole film, man. The design of the Nostromo and how it looks so retro. The mother room, like the console of the mother computer with all the blinking dots in this white space. And like you're talking about, when they actually go to the planet and go into the engineer's ship, it's just so otherworldly. I think is it H.R. Giger who was this artist who developed the look and feel of Alien. It's just so different to anything else. I feel like, especially in the sci-fi space, so much so that things have copied this going forward.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just so every single sci-fi element in this is so singular and like iconic and different. Even just like the helm of the ship at the start of the film, where things are blinking and things are popping up on the screen, and you see the reflections in the helmets. I love how lived in it feels because. Yeah, it's this real retro, messy, like what you would assume this freighter ship would look like, but real personalized as well. Where they've got little toys and trinkets and like
all the way throughout.
The birds drinking the water and stuff. The production design is just insane.
The little I've played of the Alien Isolation game, all the designs are ripped straight from this movie and the concept art for the Nostromo ship itself.
Yeah.
And I think walking around the environment in that game gave me so much of an appreciation for everything you were saying about this set, about how lived in it is, just how singular it feels as a style of ship. Yes, it feels pulled from the 80s, but nothing in sci-fi nowadays comes close to it and can touch it.
And it was funny when like Prometheus and Covenant came out, there was the uproar because it looks too new and modern.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see Romulus go back to this kind of original design.
I think, and like you said, those really slow moving segments of this film, when it lingers on the sets and the environment and the things in the environment, and a lot of the time less on the people and just more of the situations they're in, on the quiet in between those huge moments. Movies, I don't want to say a blanket movies statement.
Quote Mykah on this, everyone. Get ready. Write it down.
Movies do not do that nowadays.
Yeah.
I feel like in an era where people are always chasing the big set pieces for like their big 3 acts, they so rarely focus on the smaller, like in between segments. You get so much of the passageways and the air ducts and the like wherever the two Parker and Brett, what would you call that? The underbelly of the ship.
Underbelly of the
You
ship.
spend so much time in there, and they don't feel like huge set pieces, but they feel like pieces of the ship.
Let's go, Mykah. We need to bring back hallway scenes. I want to, every movie, if you're in a space, I want to see what the hallway's like. I want to take us through the whole ship, take us through a whole house. And yeah, man, the derelict spaceships that Kane and like the crew go out to at the start, they almost look like organic when they're walking inside there, when they find the eggs, and even just the chambers there almost look skeletal and like it's like the rib cage of some sort of.
What do they call the dude in the chair? There's a name for him.
He's the engineer.
The engineer room.
Mm-hmm.
The whole place just seems so fossilized.
Is he a kaiju?
Nah.
No.
For once, I'm just going to say no.
Who are your favorite characters? Because we have the whole crew. Are you ready for this? Dallas, the captain. Ripley, the warrant officer. We have
Jasher, what is a warrant officer?
gives out warrants.
Captain, you failed to adhere to priority.
It's warrant time
1AB.
again, Captain.
No one is going to get that.
Johnny
might.
In our local cinema here in Whangarei, the only ad you can count on playing every single screening is a Warrant of Fitness ad. And it's just, we know it off by heart.
Can I say the whole thing? Can you put
please
music behind this?
say the whole thing, yeah.
It's warrant time again. Independent inspections, no axe to grind at Whangarei and Kama vehicle testing. With 2 conveniently located premises and an average wait time of only 15 minutes, you'll be squared away for the next 6 months in no time. Railroad Ray Whangarei and Clark Road Kamo.
It's insane that you actually know that. That is crazy.
I didn't endeavor to learn it, it just happened.
Yeah, that's pretty much her job.
That's her.
Yeah, that's Ripley.
We see her on the Nostromo. Back home, she's revered in every cinema.
Yeah. She does ads. We have Parker and Brett, who are the kind of working men on the ship. We have Lambert, who I think is one of the pilots. We have Ash, who's the science officer. And we have Kane, who's also there. We don't really get to know much about what he does.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Not hot takes. These are also cold takes.
Yeah, please.
I can give or take Lambert.
Yeah, me too, but I feel like she brings an element to the group where she's a lot more like scared than everyone else and a lot more ready to give up and feels more out of her depth.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do think you can succeed at that while rounding out her character a little bit more, though.
I felt bad for her because every situation this is one of Dallas's character traits, right? The captain, is he just likes telling people what to do. He likes rounding people up. Throughout the film, he's always like, okay, we're going to split up into 3 teams, guys. Okay, we got to take 2 teams now. You guys over there on that team, I'm on this team. Hey, Lambert, you're going out there. I'm sorry, Lambert. Hey, Lambert.
So quick to
You're in
split
this
the group.
He is.
He's good at allocation.
And Lambert just gets the butt end of it. She's always going out. She like gets sent out into who knows where.
These 2 in high school, voted most likely to allocate and most likely to be allocated.
Yeah. Yeah, but I get it. Give or take Lambert. Yeah, sure. What do you think of Parker and Brett?
Parker's great.
Parker and Brett are the best part of this film.
Parker's great. Brett, I loathe as a character, but I like the role that he plays.
The bonus situation bit that just keeps coming up every time they're having a serious conversation at the start about like the SOS signal. Parker somehow makes it about bonuses and their shares. And he's so funny. When he's asked from the captain to go and do something at the start, he's like, "Can I finish my coffee?"
He's great.
He's just sitting there, and then when he's like,
he's not British.
He sounds the way he's like,
you're playing him like Tom Holland.
Sorry, that was if Tom Holland was Parker. But when he comes in and Ash is sitting in a seat that's obviously not the same seat Parker was sitting in earlier in the film, and he like gets him to get up and he like brushes the seat off. He's just he's a menace.
In my seat.
He's an absolute menace. And the part when like him and Brett again are in the underbelly of the ship talking to Ripley,
is great.
And they've got heaps of problems down there, and something's like splitting out gas, and they're talking about the bonus situation and the shares. And as soon as Ripley walks away, they just twist a knob and turn off all this gas.
I need one of those knobs in my house. Turn it, the entire place combusts into steam.
Yeah, that's so good. And then my favorite part about him is that he's just constantly not letting Ripley get a word in. And I think this was, I was reading into the behind the scenes, and this was a note that Ripley gave to the actor of Parker. And he's just like, okay, we're not going to tell Sigourney Weaver, but just in character, can you
Wait, this is a note that
Ridley Scott, the director.
Ridley, not Ripley.
Sorry. Yeah. Ridley, the director, and the actor of Parker just wanted to try and rile Ripley up as much as possible and rile Sigourney Weaver up as much as possible. And there's a part at the end where Parker is just butting into every single word that Ripley's saying. And Ripley actually like gets very upset at him and like tells him to shut up. And that was fully like Sigourney Weaver just actually getting upset at him. It's so good.
It reminds me a lot of what they did for the OG Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. It is a bit
Don't quote me on this. It's really mean. I love when casts do this with each other. Please, cast members, do more of this nowadays.
I feel bad for Sigourney Weaver because it's like her big break, and then she must just be like, everyone on this cast hates me.
Thinking about it, you probably couldn't do it nowadays with so many like coordinators on set.
Yeah, probably not.
Friendship coordinator shutting you down.
Yeah. And then, Brett's just always there. He's just kind of there.
Brett's just, right? I always see him in that final scene before he dies when he's trying to
look for Jonesy.
Bring Jonesy out. Finally sees Jonesy, kneels down and starts being like, "Oh, come here, Jonesy." I'm like, Brett, no one would ever follow you in that situation. You do not have the face of a warm character.
You don't think
your smile does not want to bring me in?
He doesn't have the face a cat would come to.
No way.
That's the worst offense. The most offensive thing you ever could say to someone. Man, that's not a face a cat would come to. I'm so sorry. Dallas, the captain, I like him and I know why he's here. I don't think he's not my favorite.
I don't think he's supposed to be.
Nah.
He's supposed to be a competent captain, and in doing so is supposed to be a bit one note.
Yeah. But then Ian Holm is Ash.
He's great.
He is so good. And I can't remember if when I first watched this, it was a complete surprise he was a robot or if I knew it. But knowing now that he is this undercover android working for the company and he has these directives to, at the cost of the crew or of anyone's life, bring back this alien specimen, first and foremost, crew expendable. Knowing that that's who he is and he is a robot, throughout the start of this movie, he does so many things that I'm just like, of course, he's the robot.
Yeah, they put those little hints in very, very well. I'll go against the grain.
Yeah?
The scene where he treads in his sneaks.
Yeah.
Does a little run.
Mykah.
That's not a little android run. That's just a little Ian run.
No,
that's just Ash. What do you call it?
Mykah.
breaking in those shoes.
No, dude. He's got rusty old joints from lying in that chamber for that long. He's needing to like...
That's what I say when I get out of bed in the morning.
He's needing to like move those arm joints and get those mechanical legs moving, warm himself up for what's about to come.
Runs for 0.5 seconds.
That's
all warmed up.
It looks like inhuman though. Like who's going to run like that? It's like faster than an average human could run. Or is that just Ian Holm?
I think it's just Ian Holmes. It's not Holmes, it's Holm.
Home. And then as soon as the facehugger comes on board in Kane's face, the way that Ash is just like all consumed with it. And he's so suspicious when he's got like videos playing on the TV screen. He's taking down notes and he's looking under the microscope. And then as soon as Ripley walks in, he like turns off the screen and he's like trying to act normal.
All the scenes where Ripley's like, what are you doing? I'm collating. Bro, no human collates. Dude, that's for printers.
It's nearly been 2 hours and you're collating. Come on.
Your friend has died and you're collating.
And it is interesting with Kane's character because he is almost a point of view character from the start. He's the one that we follow when he wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's like cracking jokes and he's like going out into the spaceship and we're following him.
He finds the egg pit, which you feel is a very protagonist thing to do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
like it.
All these characters, I do just really enjoy all of them. And I love a movie like this when they've all got their own roles and they really play into them and everyone's very specific and different. I think I've seen it a few times this season, but it reminds me of like how Jurassic Park tackled its characters and just made really believable, lived in different characters to one another. And I feel the same whenever I watch this. Like you don't get this anymore. I feel like so many movies with big casts nowadays, I forget half the cast.
Oh,
Well, half the cast, I'm just like, I don't care about those guys at all. But with this, I'm like, oh, this is just a great
counterpoint.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus.
I've forgotten about half the cast.
No, you haven't.
Tell me their roles.
Yeah. How many times have you seen this Alien movie?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
I've seen this movie 16 times and I will not forget a single cast member.
But like, I recently watched Tangent, but the new I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, true.
And like all the teenagers in that, they're pretty much kind of the same. And they're getting killed off one by one. And I'm just like, yeah, of course. I don't really care.
I feel like a lot of writers have trouble characterizing characters nowadays, especially as part of ensemble casts. They either make them feel too bland, and they don't even make them like two-dimensional characters anymore. They try give them realistic character, but then they forego the realistic characteristics.
I know. That's just something when I'm watching this, and I'm really impressed while I watch older movies and that when they do it. Because, I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with each member of the cast in this.
Can I tell you my favorite characteristic about Ash?
Yeah.
It's the fact that he does not know how to kill a single person. Cracks me up every time I see him start rolling up that newspaper. the magazine.
What are you trying to do with that, Ash? He's like barely pushing it into
Pops
Ripley's
the end
mouth.
in her mouth. I'm like, that's never getting in there, bud.
Because they're not meant to kill. They're not programmed to kill, so he is just literally...
Exactly. And then Parker comes along, reaches up, grabs his breast, starts squeezing. Yeah, good way to incapacitate him.
What do you think about the classic match cut of practical effects? Ash's ripped head into real Ash.
Genius. All the scenes where they play around with the fact that he's an android. Genius.
It's so bad though, that one cut where they don't even try and transition or hide it or anything.
No. It's perfect. You could not make it any better.
And then as soon as it goes back to being the practical head, when they whack it, and it's just this goofy, unrealistic smile. It's perfect every time.
No, genuinely, it's so fun just seeing all those scenes with like Ian with the wax covered over his face.
Oh, that one shot when he's looking so menacing and you see the like little milky drop dripping down the side of his temple.
Without any context for that, I would have loved to be there in the theater when you don't even know that androids are a thing in this universe yet.
White blood? What does that even mean?
Yeah. I think, that's what's interesting coming back to this movie after having the established franchise is the androids are such a crucial part of practically every alien story. no one knew they were a thing back in this time.
Yeah, it would have been a huge surprise. And again, just so different to how any other sci-fi robots would have looked at the time when he's more like organic and just filled up with white liquid and those weird little baubles on like...
Yeah. Seeing when Parker like lops his head to the side and he's got his head like... it's like hinged to the other side of his body. It's great. Yeah, all the practical stuff in this is great. I'm very impressed every time by the facehugger in all of its scenes.
Oh, can we talk about the little guys?
Please, that's what we're here
the
for.
The facehugger and the chestburster. And I guess Jonesy, the cat, he's a little guy. Right? He's a little guy.
Yeah, we can talk about the cat.
But
now, let's talk about Jonesy first. What do you have to say about Jonesy?
Okay. I have seen this movie probably like 10 times plus. I actually got a jump, like a jump scare. I actually, for the first time in forever, I don't often jump out of my seat or get a little fright whenever I watch horror movies. For some reason, when they are looking for the chestburster, I think it's Ripley, Parker, and Brett, and they open it up and Jonesy's there and he just does the screech and meow at them. I actually got a fright and I was like, well, this hasn't happened in a long time. And I knew that it was going to be Jonesy.
Jasher Scaredy Cat confirmed. Scaredy Jonesy.
Confirmed. So yeah, I got to give that to Jonesy. And it is...
Can I pop in and say my favorite Jonesy moment?
Yeah.
When Brett is dying and he is just sitting there with the most content look on his face. He turns evil for 5 seconds.
What are they doing sending Brett off by himself into this room to look for a cat when an alien is around? This room as well. The chains, the dripping water. Mykah, in your professional medical opinion, all right?
Yeah.
I need your professional nursing look at this.
Yeah.
Why are there just chains hanging from the ceiling?
That's where they rig up the ships. That's where they have their giant... their CAT branded giant mech suits. That's where they haul them up. That's where they chain them up.
You think this like refining freighter is hauling ships up by chains in the underbelly of the ship?
Little cat mechs.
What's the point of the water?
To cool them down when they're too hot, when they're overheating.
All right.
It's right there. It makes sense.
I'll take your medical diagnosis on this one. All right.
I'll bring some of my own medical verbiage to this podcast, Jasher.
Oh, please.
One of my favorite, I don't even know what you'd call it. I guess it'd be part of like a makeup and effects. When Kane is on the table with the facehugger on him.
Oh my gosh.
When it's wrapping around his throat. This viewing, I was so impressed by the amount of sweat they pour into his jugular notch.
Is that what that part of your neck's called?
Yeah, right underneath his Adam's apple, that little pit where that holds like a full cup of sweat.
I thought you were going to say something cool about the facehugger, but the jugular
notch just really stood out this time.
Well, there we go.
No, the facehugger is cool. But from the first time you see its tail start tightening around his neck, it so quickly raises the stakes.
Even before that, when they bring him onto that table and he's still in his helmet and all you can see of the facehugger is like it's fully melted its way through his visor and you just see like the ribbed kind of body,
like the spine of it,
spine of the facehugger, and it's just like slowly breathing and moving up and down, and they have to cut off the helmet, then you see the whole thing, and then the tail wraps around him, and then when they kill, well, not when they kill, but when they find the dead facehugger and
start poking around in it,
they start poking around in it, and it grosses me out, man, because I think part of what they use to make the inside of the facehugger in that scene is like real shellfish that have just put into there and they're prodding around into.
And we all know that you have a deathly fear of shellfish.
No, I am allergic to shellfish.
And you can tell that just by watching the scene.
And one of our family pastimes growing up was every so often going out to a beach and looking for pippies, which are like a...
Did you know?
Type of shellfish, or cockles, are they called?
Cockles. We always call it going pippy hunting we found like 5 pippies each time. It
pippies?
was mainly cockle hunting.
The like oval white ones are pippies.
It's like the oval greenish ones. Oval green
so
brownie
we
ones.
went hunting for cockles.
Yeah.
And the family would all bring them back home, bags and bags of cockles, and fry them up, boil them up, and enjoy eating cockles and eating cockle
Stink out
sandwiches.
the house for a night.
And the smell would just always make me sick. And whenever I would eat some of these things, I would just feel like vomiting, or I'd just have to vomit straight away. And the smell is just so ingrained into me that as soon as I smell that shellfishy smell, I just start to get sick. And I think now it's the sight of it. And I've always thought that I've grown out of it.
I don't think you're allergic.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I think I've grown out of it, and I have the occasional like oyster, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. But then recently, this is but a few weeks ago for a work trip, I was like, okay, I love fish, like I love seafood. But I've always been like, oh, am I allergic to shellfish? But I'm going to try and get the seafood chowder. Just like late at night for a work trip before a big day of work the next day.
How are you with crabs?
Great.
Lobsters, prawns.
Great. Love prawns.
Interesting.
And I was like, seafood chowder has everything I love like that. It has some shrimp in there, some prawns, a bit of fish. It also has mussels. And I was like, I'll be okay. I'll be all right. I ate this and instantly I felt sick. Instantly I threw up in the toilet.
Oh, man.
And then the whole night I just had the worst night of my sleep. And I had a full day of filming this really important event the next day. And throughout the next day I was feeling sick. And I kept having to excuse myself and like dab the sweat from my forehead. And it was just a nightmare. So I'm now...
Jasher was having sweat pooling in his jugular notch.
You should have seen my jugular notch during that day. But now I think as well as the smell of shellfish, it's the sight of it after these last 2 experiences. So,
Interesting.
scariest part of the movie, when Jonesy gave me a fright, but also when you see the inside of the facehugger. Terrifying.
That's so funny.
Terrifying.
Dude, did you have any more notes you wanted to list off?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk also a little bit about
I guess this is the main alien.
Well, let's talk about the chestburster first,
yeah,
man.
finish up with the little guys.
Because my favorite part in that dinner scene when they're eating and like, Kane's alive, everyone, he's okay, let's have this huge dinner and talk and joke around with each other. And then all of a sudden you see like blood come out from Kane's chest.
The initial like first splatter.
Yeah.
That puts everyone on the edge.
And my favorite part is as soon as that first one happens, everyone pauses and goes silent for about 5 seconds before Kane starts spasming and everyone rushes into action. There's just this silence that you sit with when you realize something's coming out of his chest. And I've always loved the chestburster. I've always loved him and his little silvery teeth and the little tiny inner mouth of his mouth and that beige look to him. He's pretty much this crazy little snake thing with a couple arms. But this time I was like, man, this is goofy. This is goofy as hell. This thing comes out, looks around at everyone, and he goes, and then like runs across the room. What's this guy up to?
I think it's the run that does it for me. It's really goofy.
He's like laughing at them and then scuttles off down the
Who does it remind me of? There's a classic Lil Guy. Do the Gremlins do this?
Yeah, it's very Gremlins coded.
I feel like it reminds me so much of Gremlins.
This is what cements him as a little guy. Just this kind of behavior. This little guy over here. Oh my goodness. But then literally like it's not minutes until Brett gets killed and he's fully changed into the Xenomorph. What do you think of the Xenomorph design?
Xenomorph's great. Takeaway from the Xenomorph design this time, love its mouth, love its inner mouth. There's a little like transparent film of a gum that it has that it lifts up.
Yeah, that's so gross.
I love that design choice to have gums that are transparent. It's great.
I hate how wet he is.
He's so wet. He's so white when you first see him.
His hands are just
Near
like
Brett as well.
dripping. Just dripping wherever he's going. He just like shows off his hands to Ripley at the end. He's just like, hey, look how wet and slippery my hands are. And then pulls them back in.
I've been twiddling in someone's jugular notch.
But he is so tall and lanky when he attacks Lambert and you just see how big this guy is and the guy in the costume. I love it.
I'm always really put off by the final scenes with him outside of the ship.
That's what doesn't really work for me, is when you see him like floating through space and you are just like, this is a dude in a suit. And that's something I think the next few Alien movies do better, where they actually make the aliens look a bit more alien, where they have long tails and they're a bit like skinnier in parts of their body where you'd expect humans to have a bit more there.
I think that's it for me, because I think I've only seen Romulus. What have I seen? I've seen Alien, I've seen Aliens once, I've seen Romulus once,
and Prometheus?
I've seen Prometheus once. Haven't seen any Predator movies. And what sticks out to me is I love it when the bodies are thinner.
Yeah.
I love it when they're thicker, but having this, which is literally just looks like a human in a latex suit.
Dude. Just a dude with wet hands.
Jasher after he comes out of the bathroom.
Because I've watched them. We need to stop the
takeaway.
We need to stop the pee talk, guys. Let's take a break from the episode. Listeners, pee fans are for Podzilla fans. What is with the shower emoji everyone in our Discord has been reacting to every message with? This needs to stop.
I haven't seen this.
This needs to stop. Mykah, you cannot say things like wet hands in bathrooms. You're pushing forward
that you had washed them.
You're pushing forward the pee fan agenda and not the pee that we want to push forward, dude. So we just got to stop.
Or maybe I am. Maybe it's my directive.
Your directive.
I take my directives from the Discord.
All
other priorities aside, Jasher expendable.
Everything else rescinded. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but just quickly again on the aliens, the xenomorph. I love that scene you were talking about earlier when Kane is finding the eggs in that mist. And I don't think I do it in any of the other movies, but the eggs like strangely glass-like and transparent when you see the facehugger like fluttering inside the egg.
Yeah. Great little mechanization they have there.
It looks so good. I 100% believe the facehugger is a real creature.
It looks so good. You know what looks so bad?
What?
Is his fall into that pit.
Yeah, like you can recover from that, Kane. Come on, dude, stand up.
The worst looking fall. Like, as an actor, just make it look a little bit more believable. That takes me out of the movie every single time. Or maybe it's so stupid. Like, I probably would make just a similar stupid fall.
I mean, the suits are bulky.
Yeah.
You don't know what control they have. The suits look so good, Mykah.
They do.
The little inscriptions on the side of the suits.
Having inscriptions, having like a, what would you even call it? This is like a third field of view helmet. Really sticks out from the face.
Yeah.
Really fun, classic design here.
Yeah.
I wish I could speak more to it, but I don't have many suit terms in my vocab.
Where does it rank in your cinematic sci-fi suits?
4.
Dude, you got to watch Sunshine. The suit in Sunshine.
You've talked to me about this, right?
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The suit in Sunshine, Mykah. Yeah. You got to watch more movies.
You're scaring me.
You got to watch
more
What were you
movies. Referencing?
There's a suit in Sunshine. You know the Sunshine movie. Danny Boyle.
Is that what the suit does?
No. Yeah. No.
Imagine an empty suit just standing at your bed.
I'm just shocked.
Paralysis demon.
I'm just shocked that you're like... Yeah. You are the lo-fi sci-fi guy.
Yeah, the lo-fi sci-fi.
The lo-fi sci-fi belt butt man.
Oh wait, the lo-fi sci-fi guy.
Yeah,
I need to put that as my Instagram profile description.
You love science fiction. You loving all these Project Hail Mary sci-fi.
Dude, the
books.
trailer looks so good.
3-body problem, whatever's going on.
Great.
You love.
Can I nominate that for Lil Guys?
No. You love science fiction, and yet you haven't seen Sunshine?
Look, I'm very. I believe in the fates, Jasher. I believe that movies are like a collection of wines. They call to you when they're ready. You let them simmer in the background, and when their taste is most ripe, that's when you take them out and pop the cork.
All right. Do you have any trivia? I've got some more bits and pieces, but let's Let's see what you've got up your sleeve for Mykah's new and improved no IMDb trivia segment.
That's right.
Because everyone's gunning for your position.
No, I'm sticking with it this time. You talked to it before about how Yaphet Kotto, Parker's actor, was told by Ridley to just antagonize Ripley.
Yeah.
He did the same to Ian Holm.
Did he?
Which is why in one of my favorite scenes right near the end, I'm not too sure if it's in the final confrontation with them in Mother's little cabin, which is one of my favorite scenes. But that line in the trenches with Brett and Parker when Ripley is just done with their shenanigans is because right after a full-on take by Ripley, Parker was just like, come on, sister, you got to give me more than that. And like actually berating her acting abilities.
Oh, like actually stopping the scene.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine that you acting your heart out and one dude's just like, oh man, come on, Jasher.
That's so rough.
That would rip your heart out.
I think Sigourney Weaver's come out since and been like, it was actually, I'm glad that they treated me that way.
You would
and
make
I'm happy with the
up
result.
afterwards.
But it must have been so tough.
Crazy stuff from Ridley himself to heighten the sense of claustrophobia for the cast. Every single day he had the walls of the set pushed slightly closer and closer.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't tell the actors. So every day you're rocking up to the set and it just feels a little more tight.
That's so good.
And I'll say one more.
Okay.
Ridley Scott's children are actually in the movie for a lot of the scenes in the spacesuits when they... Does the planet they go on to have a name?
Yeah, LV something, a whole lot of numbers.
When they land on LV something, a lot of numbers in their suits and they're walking around the place when they see the engineer. For a lot of those scenes to make the... Well, first off, those scenes were very notorious. The suits weren't very well made, and so the actors got very, very, very hot while walking around in them. I'm sure that their jugular notches were filling up with so much sweat to the point where they would very regularly start fainting. But to change the sense of scale a bit and to make all the environment seem a lot bigger, they ended up putting Ridley Scott's children in the suits for a few takes.
Oh, cool.
It got to the point where they too started fainting.
Oh, no.
Your own children are passing out in the suits.
Parker's berating them, thinking they're Ripley. They're fainting in the heat. They're just having the worst
You're
time.
a small child. He's just like, come on, you got to give me more than that. Fall down on the spot. They did make some adjustments to make it a little bit better. But really interesting, I imagine that was a fairly snap decision. Like bring along your children to the cast and crew day. You got to make these scenes look a little bit more grandiose.
Yeah.
Pop them in some of the suits.
I love how big the engineer looks in that big like gun or control panel he's on. What's really interesting is I've read a lot of like alien novels and a lot of alien comics.
Have you read novels?
Yeah. There's so many alien books. I really want to dig into them, but like canon ones, canon ones that like take place between Alien and Aliens when Ripley was woken out of sleep.
She was not. Oh.
Dude, there's crazy canon stuff. But
she was not woken up in between those movies.
Yeah, she was, and then her memory was wiped. Mykah, the world there's crazy stuff that goes on.
Sure.
But what I love is that in all of those like comics that came out around the time of these films, the engineers are like elephant aliens.
Oh,
because you see in this how like the calcified looking engineer has that weird trunk like thing and the sunken in eyes.
Sure.
So they just in the comics and all the promotional material around the time made the engineers kind of look like that. Like all of that was organic. That was what their faces looked like. So in the comics, you've got these weird aliens with trunks, but when they made Prometheus, they showed that it's just these big old bald white guys with this kind of like technology and spacesuits on them and masks on their heads that look like that elephant-like mask.
Yeah, they turned the mask into elephant.
So they've retconned that, but I just love looking at the old Alien comics. It's worth checking out just to see how crazy these guys originally looked.
Yeah, the space jockeys.
Oh,
Who do they use for the actor in Prometheus? 'Cause
Mark Strong, I think. No, maybe.
Alien. Let me look this up because I'm super curious. He's like a Benedict Cumberbatch type of face. Ian White.
Ian White.
Don't know this guy.
Yeah, man. One day we'll get to the rest of the Alien anthology on this show.
I believe it.
Should I go into some final bits and pieces?
Yeah.
I'm just going through my notes over here.
Oh, he played the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Oh, is that who it was?
Makes sense.
He's like a proper bodybuilder, that dude.
He's huge.
Okay, I need to nerd out for just a bit. If you can give me a bit.
3 minutes?
Yeah, can you give me 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
The vents. The aperture design of these vents when they're like going through their plan as well. When Dallas is going through the vents with the tracker, the so iconic. The tracker and the sound it's making, and the flamethrower on the other hand, and they're closing off the vents to figure out if it's up here and to make them like safe and secure. But the way that the aperture of these vents close, you did you see what I saw?
I saw it, man.
Little close and opening, and the sound effect that plays with it is maybe the most satisfying thing in any movie ever.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's such a cool way to design vents.
Yeah.
Anyway, that wasn't 3 minutes.
That was like 40 seconds.
The vents. If you want a reason to watch Alien, listeners, the vents alone.
I'll tell you a reason quickly not to watch Alien.
Okay.
As a nurse, I am very protective of my pens. Shout out to my Asian and Indian nurses who bring back the best pens from their home countries. You hold on to those like gold.
Yeah.
Hurt my soul when the captain grabbed Brett's pen and just stuck it in the acid hole. Oh,
my heart
broke.
What a crazy idea, though. Aliens with acid blood. And the fact that the acid's just dripping through the ship and could realistically drip through the whole ship and just break into space and like completely rupture the hell of their vehicle.
If it didn't stop, they would have been dead. There's nothing you could do.
They would have been dead. We would have had to like close off and section off bits of the ship. And
that's a fun. Why hasn't that been done in an Alien movie before?
There is
People are stuck on different sides of the ships because, I can't say that. I haven't seen.
It's what the role-playing
movies.
game's for. There you go. It's what the role-playing game's
Dude,
for.
write that down.
I'll write that down. But they do definitely have some fun in the other Alien movies with like bits of the ship getting broken and space sucking things through, especially Alien Resurrection.
Which one's that?
Number 4.
I need to watch it. After seeing that acid blood 0G hallway scene in Romulus, I'm all about those alien hijinks. Gotta watch the rest.
Yeah, talking about Romulus, something that has always annoyed me about this Alien movie is just how quickly the xenomorph grows up, because it's the facehugger for the longest time, and it feels like it's just
you gotta remember the facehugger is separate from those two.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The facehugger is putting the chestburster down into there, so it doesn't actually turn into one thing from another. It inserts the chestburster sheds its skin and grows into the xenomorph. But it seems like the transition between chestburster and xenomorph happens so quickly. If you remember to Alien Romulus, they actually revealed that there is a new form of the evolution that happens between chestburster and xenomorph when there's like a cocoon. They cocoon themselves and like attach themselves to the sides of the ship and very quickly grow up and become the xenomorph.
Oh.
So that's kind of fixed retroactively. Something must happen. The xenomorph the chestburster must have cocooned itself and turned into the xenomorph.
That's cool.
Well, then the chainy wet hull.
Because he washed his hands.
Yeah.
Just
that's where he got his wet hands from.
Just like Jasher.
The last little note I have here is just the audio quality throughout the movie. I don't know if you picked up on it. The audio quality isn't that great. Like, there's scenes when people are talking over one another and you can't really catch the words, and there's always like a little bit of a like grainy hiss to the whole film. I actually love it because it just, again, adds to how different the whole movie.
It's like the theme of the Nostromo, right?
Yeah.
It's like the really dated graphics and technology.
Kind of crappy. Yeah. I just love the way the whole movie looks and sounds, and the grain throughout the whole thing. Even at the end when Ripley opens up the airlock and the xenomorph flies out, just the amount of like particles floating through the air and things that are getting sucked out into space. Just everything looks so good.
Really squished resolution right at the end.
Yeah, we can forget about that part. But for 1979, everything just looks phenomenal.
Yeah, for 79, crazy.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm glad we've kind of gone back to this kind of style for Romulus. I'm excited to see what Alien Earth does.
Yeah, Jasher, I've got one question for you.
Okay.
How many milky white beads of sweat are you dropping after being jump scared in this movie?
Milky white beads of sweat. It's so good. I love this movie so much. Everything just feels so claustrophobic. And I love that little bit of trivia that I didn't know, that they're actually making the set smaller and smaller every time the actors come on set.
You know what's funny about that is I bet you it was just like on set one day Ridley's like, hey guys, you know what would be funny? I bet you it was just a prank right from the start.
Probably. But it really works. So the whole film really works in just making it feel so confined and claustrophobic. Everything just seems so dark and scary. And that's what I love about Alien as opposed to the other movies, is it does take so much time building out the atmosphere, and everything is like a bit slow and drawn out, and you really have time to learn about these characters before it all falls to pieces. Everyone is instantly memorable. The set design and the alien design, the little guys, they're just so good and out of this world. And I think I'm going to be dropping 5 little milky beads to the floor out of 5. I love Alien, and I know there's always this argument of like what's better, Alien or Aliens. I'm a bit of a weirdo because my Alien ranking will probably go this as my favorite. Alien,
then Alien Resurrection.
No, then Alien Covenant.
Oh, that's a sequel to Prometheus.
Sequel to Prometheus, which a lot of people didn't really like, but that I feel like harkens back to this a lot. And then third's probably Alien Romulus, which again harkens back to this vibe a lot. I definitely like the more enclosed, confined character study pieces. And every time I go to watch this again, I'm like, oh, am I going to really be engaged with it? I know what's going to happen. I know it's a bit slower, but I just fall in love with the Nostromo in this world every single time. 5 out of 5 from me. Classic.
Nice.
A classic.
Yeah, for sure. The definition of a classic.
But what did you think, Mykah? Revisiting it? You're not as big of an alien head as I am.
You know how many beads of sweat I'm dropping? I'm dropping 4.5 of those sweet milky drops.
Whoa.
Really seriously love this movie, and it's one of those cases where like the half star, I can't really pin it on much of anything. Maybe the fact that it is very slow for the first half of the movie, even though the slowness serves a really cool purpose artistically.
Watch the director's cut.
Maybe that solves all my problems. Might be the fact that I think the xenomorph just... I don't know. I think before watching it, I always think it's a lot more imposing and oppressive than it ends up being for me in the final thing. That being said, I just have so much love for this movie, and really huge props to the set design and the makeup department and all the special effects in this movie. I think that the cast and the writing, script, and the whole plot choices are great, but it is elevated so highly because of all of those different departments doing just such a phenomenal job.
All coming together to make a movie.
All coming together. Second favorite scene behind Oxley's abseiling into the egg
It's
chamber.
so funny you call Kane Oxley. His character's name from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I'm a main man. Second favorite scene behind that is when Ian Holm just pops up in the mother chamber with Ripley.
Yeah.
The fact that Ripley, even before he comes into that scene, is on the verge of tears the entire time she's trying to talk with Mother. I just think it was a really fantastic choice by her to be crying throughout most of that, just with the stress of the situation. On top of that, knowing it was probably because Ian Holm was bullying her prior to that scene as well. Just a lot of really special departments and people coming together for this movie.
Man, Ripley. She's Sigourney Weaver.
She so quickly stands out as a great.
We haven't talked enough about her, I don't feel. She's so badass. She is so, like, got her head screwed on straight for most of the movie. And then at the end, like that, when she's crying, getting real emotional, and when, against all odds, like, everything's falling apart, she has to make the ship self-destruct. Those weird tubes and screws and... But
the fact that Mother like shuts her down and continues with the self-destruct anyway.
And I love the whole final sequence when she thinks she's home free, but the alien's still there, and she is just scared out of her mind, and she's trying to like sing "You Are My Lucky Star" to kind of like keep herself grounded and reassured, and she's slowly trying to find a way to get the xenomorph out. What a character. I love Ripley so much.
As much as I love her, I do not think that little harpoon gun has enough force to jettison the alien out from the airlock.
Dude, he's got wet hands. Probably got a wet body.
You know, you're right.
Just slipped on out of the ship there. Mykah, we have a letter in our mailbag from Sir Bruce.
Well, it was right at the bottom there. Open it up.
There we go. Let's have a look. Hello, Drake Brothers. Sorry for not sending in any reviews for a while. I got behind on Podzilla because in preparation for the new movie, I started a big Superman binge right as the new season of Podzilla was starting.
Ooh.
Now that I've finally seen Superman, I can give a belated review of it along with a review for this week's film, Alien, and also some DC Comics recommendations for you guys.
Oh, please. I actually really want some and need some.
I know. Without further ado, here's the reviews. Alien. What can be said of Ridley Scott's sci-fi horror masterpiece that hasn't been said already? A phenomenal film with amazing practical effects that look so lifelike. I'm not real big into horror myself, but this film and its sequel, Aliens, are my two favorite horror films I've ever seen. 4.5 Facehuggers out of 5. Superman.
You've even called it phenomenal as well.
There we go.
On the same page.
Sir Bruce and Mykah.
Kin.
Superman. I grew up watching the various DC cartoons that used to be on Cartoon Network, like Justice League, Teen Titans, etc., and even read some of the comics for a while around that time. I've always loved DC, but for at least the past decade, it feels like they've been shooting themselves in the foot and haven't had anywhere close to the level of success that Marvel was having. DC having a more brooding Man of Steel with the Snyder films, Warner Brothers games using Superman as an antagonist, and Injustice and Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. The IRL bald billionaire Jeff Bezos having not one but two shows with an evil pastiche of Superman on Amazon Prime. He really is the real life Lex Luthor. He's wanting people to just think Superman's looking evil. Something's there. It's been a rough time to be a fan of the Big Blue Boy Scout. I absolutely adore the new Superman film, and I feel like it really encapsulates how Superman is supposed to be, about hope and optimism. My only complaint is that I wish we could have seen more of Clark's co-workers at the Daily Planet, and I didn't really like the plot twist of Jor-El and Lara sending Clark to rule over Earth. Other than that, I liked the film a lot. 4 pieces of kryptonite out of 5. Now here we go. Quick DC comic recommendations.
Okay.
Mykah. There is a Superman Legacy.
Is he calling out me especially?
No, I'm calling you out.
Okay.
Mykah, write this down. Make some notes for us. There is a Superman Legacy box set releasing on August 19th of this year, and it's a collection of iconic Superman stories that James Gunn has said he used as inspiration for the film. Superman Birthright by Mark Waid. The Superman run from 2016 to 2018 by Peter Tomasi. The current Superman run from 2023 to the present by Joshua Williamson. Batman and Superman World's Finest from 2022 to the present by Mark Waid. I could list way more, but I feel like this email has already gone on long enough. I'm really looking forward to what my two favorite podcasters have in store for this season. And that's from Sir Bruce.
So, Bruce, thank you for your recommendations. I've got
Thank
some
you,
good
Sir
stuff
Bruce.
there.
I actually really want to read more Superman. All that I ever read comics-wise was the really, really early Detective Comics Superman stuff. And with early DC Comics and early Marvel Comics, they're fun to read, but there's not much substance there. I don't even think in the original Superman comics there were many, like, villains. It was just a random dude. And a random car he had to pick up, and a random gangster he had to stop.
I think it was gangs for like 50% of the comics.
So I've heard really cool things about Birthright specifically. So I will check them out. Thank you, Sir Bruce.
I've also been hearing a lot of people recommending, I forget the names of it, but there's the Superman comic may have been a run that this iteration of Superman was really heavily based on, that like takes the healing from the sun. I think
it's Birthright.
It might be Birthright, but from what I've heard of it, if it is the one, it's based on a story of Superman finding out he has like 1 year left before he dies of potentially solar radiation.
Oh.
And being like, when you've got 1 year left to live as the protector of Earth, how do you spend it? Which is a really cool premise. And I think there's also a Supergirl comic that the new one is supposedly being based on that is also very, very fun.
I got to get back into comics, man.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it the past few weeks because there's...
Mike, you've been thinking about it the past few years.
There's always new deals on the Ultimate app, the Marvel Comics app.
Did you see that because of Fantastic Four, there was like 4 months for $4 or something like that?
Yeah, and it sucks me in.
Do you have a current Marvel Comics Unlimited subscription?
I don't. There was an era like a year or two ago where I was really excited about reading comics, and I bought like the entire Akira collection and the entire Evangelion set. Have both of them on my shelf, have not touched them. So I think I need to make my way through those first.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, man. Oh, well, for our patrons, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Podzilla. We are very soon going to be talking about Fantastic Four First Steps. We didn't do a proper episode on it. We're sorry, but we're just going to go in-depth spoiler review with some thoughts of Fantastic Four First Steps. So stick around if you're a patron. But to take us out of the episode, Mykah, we need to figure out what we are watching in the next 2 weeks, what we are actually covering next episode, what will be our next Lil Guy movie. Yeah, and how we do our themes is that we both come up with a joint pick at the start of the theme. We both picked Alien for this one.
Yeah, man.
And then we each have come up with our own picks that we'll do in the next few episodes. And then our community picks one for the final movie of the theme. So Alien was our first pick. If you are a Odo Island patron, now is the time. Go on to Patreon, submit your pick for our final film. But for our middle two movies, Mykah, which one of us what's gonna be in the next 2 weeks, next episode? Which one of us are gonna be able to pick our film?
All right, I'll get you to hold my mic for me. I've got the Podzilla coin here. This is it might be a new one. I don't know. It's a 2014 $2 coin.
Is this the $2 coin we've used every time?
I don't think so.
Okay. Mykah, we need to call.
What are you calling?
You're calling it this time.
I'm calling Tails.
Okay.
Oh, Jasher, it's Tails.
Mykah.
Jasher.
For the first time ever in a theme, you are picking the first movie.
I like it. Last theme, I chose Ghostbusters. I'm still stuck in that era, man. Okay. I like the oldies. I was so torn. I was so close to picking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I was so close.
Rick Moranis back on the show.
I was so close.
That would actually be very fun.
But I would have been... Look, that would have been me giving up my place as the Podzilla co-host.
What do you mean? There's little guys, the people, and then there's a big guy.
Literally little guys and people would have crucified me.
There's a kaiju, Rick Moranis.
Instead of going mainstream, because I really do want to cover it on the podcast, we're going Gremlins.
Oh, I love it. That's an absolute classic film.
It feels so on brand. You can't not have Gremlins.
The classic Little Guys. Joe Dante directed Gremlins. The letterbox synopsis goes, after receiving an exotic small animal as a Christmas gift, a young man inadvertently breaks 3 important rules concerning his new pet, which unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous creatures on his small town.
Jasher, can you name those 3 rules for me right now?
Okay. You don't feed them after midnight.
True.
You don't let them touch water.
True.
I can't remember the third.
Oh, Jasher.
This is, man, I can't wait to figure out what the third is.
This is why we got to educate ourselves again. I'm looking forward to it.
Gremlins. Mykah, that's such a good Little Guys pick.
Thank you.
Next episode, listeners, we will be covering Gremlins. Send in any thoughts you have on the movie, any questions you have for us, podzillapod@gmail.com. Join the Discord, links in the show notes.
If you want to rate or review the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on, feel free to. We love the support. And like you said, if you want to support us more directly, jump into our Patreon. It helps us a lot, and you get a lot of fun stuff for doing so.
Yeah. Links are all in the show notes. Summer of Mykah continues next episode for Gremlins, everyone.
I'm going to have done some crazy things by then. You wait.
Summer of Mykah merch coming out soon to the Podzilla storefront.
I was there at the Summer of Mykah, and all I got was this t-shirt. Did you like my little gremlin hints throughout the movie? A little chestburster running out of the room laughing like a gremlin.
Oh, you
It was
dropped
there from the start.
gremlin hint midway through the podcast, and I didn't pick up on it.
And you never noticed.
I never noticed. Oh.
I also said fantastic a few times.
You forgot we were covering Fantastic Four after this.
And I said it, and I was like, oh, say that again.